Good evening, everybody, and welcome to yet another edition of the Silver Surge Sports Enthusiast Pop Culture Channel. I am your host, Silver Surge, coming back at you with a fresh new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate discussion video. So tonight I want to focus more on the post-remnants of the Direct, and by that I mean the only thing we have left to look forward to, which is the DLC characters that will be included post-launch. I've had some time to process the Nintendo Smash Bros. Direct we got a week ago, and I think I've now gone to the surprised and shocked and sad phase, to the more accepting phase that Piranha Plant is was the last newcomer in the game at the base roster. That is, actually no, he's not even base. He's considered DLC. So. But yeah, the more videos I've watched, the more I think he will be a very unique, more um, uh, different character. He'll be not your cutting edge typical sword fighter or brawler. He's just a very unique what the F character, kind of like Wii Fit Trainer and Duck Hunt Dog and all that fun stuff. So I'm actually starting to look forward to it. I've more embraced the idea of Piranha Plant. That being said, I'm still kind of sad that Shadow the Hedgehog and Isaac were deconfirmed as assist trophies because I still believe they were well within their rights of getting a spot. They had earned it. I think those were very prominent, very popular characters. And they were very requested characters from the Smash Ballot last game. So for them to just be thrown at the end and say, by the way, they're assist trophies, was just really sad and poor marketing on Nintendo's part. But whatever, there's no use crying over spilt milk at this point. What's done is done. I need to get over it. So now I can only embrace what we have and the future. So we'll get onto those DLC characters. So I've taken some time to think about possible characters that I think would be really great and probably popular ideas, and I think I have a safe bet on two of the five, but we'll go through them all relatively quickly. So I'll start off with the more obvious one, and that's Geno. He was on a lot of people's lists to make the base roster. Everybody was really wanting him very, very badly. He was requested highly on the Smash ballot. Sakurai himself even said he wanted to put him in. I've said this in prior videos. He made a splash art of him. He made him into a Mii Fighter costume. And yet he still isn't on the roster, so I'm a little baffled by that. I thought for sure he would be included at base, but I think he'll be saved for a big DLC surprise, and I think it makes a lot of sense having him be the very first character revealed to kind of regenerate the hype that was lost from this last direct, because they ended on such a light note, I guess. People were expecting so much, and they set their expectations too high, and then we just kind of got it set up for like, oh, that's all we got. Okay. So I think this is kind of a way to reignite the flame for Smash Bros. Granted, it will be post-launch, but I think doing Geno first will be a very good marketing move for the company, and I do think they're going to do that. So, moving on, I think character 2 is going to be Banjo-Kazooie. There's been a lot of evidence supporting him. There's been a lot of YouTubers and insiders claiming that they have sources, and this sources they know he and she within Microsoft. Now, granted, those are just rumors. We don't know that for sure. We have no credible evidence that proves. But I just think, with all the talk right now and the Grinch League getting burned to shreds, that's really all we have to go off of now is just those 5 DLC fighters. And I really do strongly believe that Banjo-Kazooie will make his way into the game, as well as Geno. And I think the both will get their own stage, not just random stages to be included in their DLC package. I think we're going to get the Forest stage for Geno, and I think we're going to get the Spiral Mountain for Banjo-Kazooie. Number 3, I'm kind of stealing from another YouTuber, Papagenos. He was talking a lot about the Japanese Asian app game called Grand Blue, and I guess it's wildly popular in Japan. And I think they would be targeting this character. I guess she's like the main protagonist in this game, called Catalina. And she looks like a medieval sword fighter with a blue cape. Which is cool, and I think it could be done very well if done properly, and they didn't just kind of slap a skin on Lucina or Marth and say, hey, it's another character. Because it would basically be a Fire Emblem character without being Fire Emblem. And I really hope if they do decide to use Catalina, as a DLC package fighter to introduce Granblue to the West. It would not be smart to just make her yet another basic sword fighter, because we already have 7 of those in Fire Emblem. Representation, that is. So I think Catalina would be a good idea if they do it right. I don't know much about the character, though, so I'd have to do a little bit more research to see what kind of moveset she could have. But I'm kind of banking on that. That's a strong possibility, especially because I think most of these 5 DLC package pass characters are going to be third-party characters. My 4th choice, I think I'm going to have to go, as difficult as it might sound to say, I'm going to go with Bandana Waddle Dee. And he's not a third-party character, but I do think there was a lot of hints that might have suggested it could be Bandana Waddle Dee. And for starters, he wasn't included as a spirit. He wasn't included as an assist trophy. And we got no real confirmation one way or the other that he's in the game at all or not. So I think he's the only unknown character that would be really have a good fighting chance to get in the game. No pun intended, of course. And I know he's pretty popular in Japan, and Sakurai kind of teased the adventure mode towards the end of the last Direct. And lo and behold, he kind of did a little tip of the nod to the Kirby series by making Kirby the lone survivor that begins adventure mode. Everyone else has been kidnapped by this force, and they've been turned into like shadow fighters, and they're being held hostage. So Kirby was the lone survivor. So I think that might be a hint that we will be getting another Kirby representative soon, which would make a lot of sense because, like I said, we have 3 right now. We have Kirby, Meta Knight, and King Dedede. And I think Waddle Dee or Bandana Dee would be a good way to kind of cap it off, having the 4th representative. Now, I could be completely wrong. It could be completely off base because he is a first-party character, and it could be all third-party characters that'll be focused on. But that seems, it just seems kind of, suspicious that nothing was really included one way or the other to deconfirm or confirm him from the spirit sticker thing or the assist trophy or anything. So there was no mention. So I think I'm going to go with Bandana Dee as the 4th character. I think the 5th character is going to be Sora. Now, I know it's really hard because there are so many different licensing agreements, and a lot of my friends have told me that there's no way because they have to get so many different permissions. Not just from Square Enix and Disney, but they have like 3 or 4 other suitor ownership issues they have to leap to get the exclusive rights to Sora, and it would be costly. But I think it's going to happen. I think Sora would raise so much hype that'll keep Smash going for such a long time. I think Sakurai can make it happen. And if there's anything we've learned from past memories or past directs with Smash Bros is to expect the unexpected, because if a fucking plant can make it in as a character, why can't Sora? So, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of have to go with it and jump all in. So, to reiterate, like I said, I think Geno will be our first DLC packaged fighter, followed by Banjo-Kazooie. I think number 3 will be Catalina from Granblue. And then I think 4 will be Bandana Waddle Dee. And then 5 will be Sora to complete the series, or the season pass. I think there is an outside chance that we could still get Shantae from the Indie series instead of Bandana Dee. That would be my only alternative, because although she was included as a spirit, we did see that in the Direct. Spirits doesn't really declassify, that we know of, characters from becoming characters. That's only assist trophy, because we have Waluigi as an assist trophy, we have Isaac, and we have Shadow. And for the last 2 games, when you get the assist trophy treatment, you are not a character. So I believe that, although unlikely, Shantae still has a small percentage chance to make that 5-fighter DLC pass. And I would actually really like that, because I like Shantae, and I think she would definitely be a unique fighter. So if I had to pick the ones that I'm rooting for, I would say probably Geno, Banjo, Shantae, Sora, and then, I don't know, maybe someone else that didn't get included that I think would be deserving of a spot. I don't know, I'm just throwing it out, maybe like Black Shadow or something from F-Zero, because we didn't get any representation from F-Zero, but, that's extremely unlikely. I don't think that has any shot of happening. I wouldn't mind Rex either, but Sakurai already said, oh, we couldn't put him in, we ran out of time, even though They haven't officially started the DLC process yet, which I think is a bunch of bullshit. But whatever. So they gave Rex to people who are going to buy the 5 character pass, a Rex Mii fighter skin from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I think it's better than nothing, but I think that was just a cop-out. They just didn't want to put Rex in, but they did want to acknowledge the fans. But yet they couldn't give us an Isaac costume at the very least, or, any other character that should have been in. I don't know. I don't make the game. I don't make the rules. I don't have room to bitch. I have to get over it. I just have to move forward. So, but yeah. So that's pretty much my early pre-game launch predictions. Let's go Geno, Banjo, Kazooie, Catalina, Bandana, Waddle Dee, and then I would say Sora from Kingdom Hearts. So those are my safe picks. I'm gonna go back and revisit this discussion after the game is launched. But for now, this will probably be my last Super Smash Bros.-esque video until the game comes out in a month. Exactly a month today. It's November 7th. So yeah, 1 month today. So, but thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my content. As always, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button at the very bottom of your screen. It would help me a lot in making this channel better. It would help me give more reason to provide this quality entertainment for everybody who watches. So at least like the video. If nothing else, I would appreciate all of your support. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good night, guys. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Silver Surge signing out.